Welcome back, you guys, to another new video. And today we are still working on the Banshee here, and hopefully we are going to get it buttoned up for tomorrow. And hopefully tomorrow we could do a first start video. And I just want to show you guys, if you guys didn't watch the last clip, what we got done. So let's check that out. So we got the engine back installed. The top end is in. I had a little bit of trouble with the intake manifold here. I got the cover on here on the right side. I need to button up the shifter. The sprocket is on with the chain. We just need to tighten up the chain. The clutch is back on. Obviously before we did the wiring, the radiator was on. We put the shocks, the frame is painted, the handlebars are on. I'm waiting for some new handlebar brackets that are supposed to come in tomorrow. And then I'm actually going to end up keeping the lights in this little piece because it's kind of cool. And then I could probably put some other stuff once I get a pimped out quad. We could use that thing. Another thing we are going to do today is pretty much probably clean the carb, put the pipes on. We might polish the pipes. So that's what we're going to do today. Then we might start buttoning up all the plastics, put on the radiator hoses, add coolant, and I think that's probably going to be it for tonight. And then tomorrow hopefully we'll finish up the rest of it, and maybe I'm debating on putting it into one video or two videos separately, and then we'll see. Hopefully we can get the finished product and first start video tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, and I am determined to get it done. The only thing I still need to go buy is oil, and I'm going to buy 2 new spark plugs. Anyways, let's get down to business, you guys. Craziest thing happened right now, you guys. So all I've done is take the pipes apart, well, off of the engine, and I literally had them sitting over here on the floor since I took them off. So I never really moved them around or nothing. So I move it around, and you could hear it. So then I flip it over. All this came out. And you guys, I'm like almost pretty damn sure that that's part of the piston. It has to be. I don't know what else it would be. Look, it's still coming out. I don't know what it is, but it's probably not supposed to be in there. Look at all that, you guys. All that just came out. There's still more in there. I was just going to polish them up real quick. See, this one's empty. And I'm pretty sure this side is the side where it was the left side, I think it was. That was all messed up. That's crazy. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to polish them up. If you guys haven't checked out my video on polishing up the chrome pipes here, these are in decent shape. They're, what are they, Paul Turner pipes. So I have these, and I have some Fat Boy 2, I believe they are. Yeah, we got some Fat Boy 2 silencers. Pretty cool. So you guys, I'm gonna polish these up. If like I was saying, if you guys haven't watched the video on polishing chrome pipes, I put it for the FMF pipe that I did on the blaster, which is actually still in very great shape. I'm gonna do the same thing to these two, so they could look pretty decent for when the sale is being done and everybody thinks they look good. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and then we'll be back, and we'll probably start tearing into the carburetor here and getting that cleaned out so we can get that put on, and then the filter, and then I have the new sleeves for the exhaust, and then we will be getting to the coolant and the water lines. So we'll get to that. So we got pretty much the water lines all hooked up. I got my the pegs here, the heel guards or whatever you want to call them. The shifter's on now. This side, the brake is on. The spring. I did notice that this is a little loose, but I think that's how it was before, from what I remember. I'm probably just gonna leave it unless it causes issues later on when we're trying to start it. But yeah, I got the water pump line on, the water pump cover. I had to fix the shock back here because I was missing one of the spacers, and then it was jiggling around, as you can see, and not anymore. So we got that. I already polished my Paul Turner pipes. Hopefully they look a little bit better. I'm sure they do. I'm gonna put these on with the Fat Boy silencers, and then that's what we're gonna do next. Then we can go to the car. Alright, you guys, today is the next day of the rest of the stuff that we were finishing up on the Banshee. As you guys can see, I have the pipes on. It was a pain in the ass. I had to go get new springs for the hangers there. I still have to tighten up the chain, but the pipes are on. I couldn't find new spark plugs, so I'm just going to run these. Hopefully it's not that bad. They didn't look terrible, so I'm going to just try and run it. I put oil in it. I put coolant in it. So now we're going to go ahead and do the initial first start of the quad, and we're going to see what happens here. Alright, you guys, so I'm going to do the initial first start. Everything, I went through it again, just double check. I put it outside because it's 2-stroke. It's going to smoke up my whole entire garage. Hopefully I don't wake up my neighbors, but it is already like 9:30 on a Friday, so it'll be alright. I'm going to go ahead and try and kick it over. Wish me luck, you guys. Hopefully everything goes good. I'm going to just put the gas tank on. I think that's all I got to do, so. So you guys saw I only kicked it a couple of times, but didn't want to start. It has gas. I'm going to check the spark. Alright. Wanted to start, you guys. I don't want to flood it. I need to get some actual boots. These shoes hurt. Remember, you guys were making fun of me because I told you guys I wanted a Banshee, but it's not because of my leg. Like, kicking it hurts with these shoes. Alright, almost. Died right away. Sorry, it looks really crappy facing that way. So I got my first start, you guys. I'm gonna do the heat cycle. I'm just trying to like let it warm up a little bit so I can tune it. Maybe it seems like it's a little bit low, the idle, so it wants to die, or I don't know if it's still too cold. So I'm gonna let it run. Then I'm gonna do a heat cycle and then get it up to operating temperature, and then we'll turn it off. The only problem I saw is that the left side is blowing less smoke than the right side, so they're not too even. But I don't know exactly what could be causing that issue. But I'm gonna just run it. Maybe once it gets hot, everything settles, and then it'll be good. So the conclusion I came up with is I'm pretty sure it's due to probably that intake manifold. It's shitty as hell. The 2-in-1, don't recommend it. It's hard to tune. I think it has an air leak, and it's basically, it is running how it's supposed to, but then the left side is not getting enough oil and gas, so I don't want to run it. Okay, so we got the initial first start, and I let it heat up. I think it only got up to like 100 because I was really worried about the intake here. I'm pretty sure that's the issue. What I'm gonna do is put some more Permatex on there because I don't have any of the gaskets. I've seen a lot of people do that. I don't think there's a problem with that. I'm pretty sure there's either an air leak, but if not, what I noticed reading on a couple of the forums on the Banshees is that it's pretty normal, I guess. Not normal, but I mean it's normal as in sometimes people say that one side of the exhaust smokes more than the other. So I mean, it is what it is. I'm just gonna leave it as is. I guess when I test drive it, then I'll really know, you know, what the issue is or what the issue is not. So then we could figure out what's going on with that. But yeah, right now I'm gonna button up the plastics a little bit, and then I'm gonna go pick up some new tires because these are the Douglas wheels. I was gonna originally put the Douglas wheels on this thing and sell it like that since we took them off of the Blaster. But I think I found some other back wheels that I could put on it. I'm gonna go check them out here by where I live and then see if maybe they look a little bit better, because I want to run these crappy fronts. I just want to sell it like that because I mean pretty much they can look at it and the wheels and tires aren't gonna look that great and the plastics are kind of you know, but the engine is gonna be running pretty decent and the whole quad is gonna be, you know, I guess not tip-top shape, you know, but at least pretty much like almost 100% and, you know, way better condition than, you know, when I got it in. So obviously that'll help me sell it. And yeah, we're gonna button up the plastics and then I'll come back and then I'm gonna put some Permatex on the intake manifold, and then maybe we could take it for a little drive and see how it handles and see if it's gonna be ready to be sold, and then we'll pick up the tires. Alright you guys, so I was putting it back together, letting it cool down and then getting it ready for another heat cycle. I turned it on, let it run, and maybe ran for probably about 10 minutes. But I had to turn it off. It started leaking coolant. I haven't diagnosed where exactly the coolant, but I'm pretty sure it's probably like the overflow. It's probably burping out the bubbles. I see it leaking somewhere right there. I don't know where it's coming from though. Trying to follow the overflow tube, but I don't see it. Oh, yeah, it's right there. But not sure. where it's coming from. Yeah, I mean, I think this was actually residual from one, because I topped it off again after I turned it on for a little bit earlier. And I think that, I'm pretty sure, is coming from right there. So maybe it's just purging everything out. I know I'm supposed to probably take off the radiator cap and then let it run for a little bit, which I probably will do next time when I turn it on. But I got it up to, like, I think it was like 110. So it's getting there. I usually let it take it easy. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I don't like to do, like, let it run for a good little, you know, like 25 minutes or nothing, but just like a good 10-15 minutes. I usually rev it a couple of times, let it idle, rev it a couple of times, and yeah, but it's coming together, you guys. I have the front grille. I'm working on the front plastic over there. I had to put that citrus strip to get all that white stuff off, and then we can piece it together. And then I'm probably gonna work on the seat, or I don't know if I'm just gonna leave it like that and sell it as is. That way I don't have to put no more time into it, but we'll see what happens, I guess.